I gotta tell you that coffee mug is very reminiscent of like a martini glass, because like the top gets wider, so it always feels like you're gonna spill out of it. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
You notice that?
No.
I have a system, like when I bring coffee upstairs.
What's
like,
the system?
Well, because look at how like the
Wobbly.
like the whatever liquid is in the cup, like rocks back and forth and is always ready to spill out. I have to like hold it and watch it like it's like a bomb and kind of turn it. So as you're taking every step, as it's shaking one way, you're turning it so then it dissipates the momentum and it kind of lowers it. So now if it's shaking this way and you turn the cup, instead of shaking this way, now your momentum is still going this way. So it always has to keep starting over from scratch. Does that make sense?
Honestly, I don't think I understood a word what you were saying.
It's hard to describe, I realized, as I started trying to describe it.
You sure it makes sense?
It definitely makes sense.
In your head?
So think of it, like if you're walking forward, the coffee with the liquid is going to rock in the same direction. But if you turn the mug every few seconds, it never has a chance to build up too much momentum in that direction because you're turning the mug. So now the liquid in the mug is shaking the other way, but you're still walking this way.
How long are you walking for?
I mean, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds. I'm walking from the kitchen to the bedroom. Because it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Okay. You're very smart.
Thank you. But I mean, I feel like you're saying that sarcastically.
No.
You're even sipping a drink like the Kermit meme. Like, I'm just
here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I remember that
be
you're
tea.
married to you. You're very smart.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, Bobby. Ooh, Mr. Baby.
Welcome back to the Love Movement podcast. I'm Steve B, and joined as always by my lovely wife, Betty B, who was just about to insult me, and then she realized that she married me, so she can't say anything too bad.
Yes. Hello there.
That is kind of the ultimate comeback. If like your spouse is saying, like, you dumb mother, you say, well, who's like, if I'm so dumb, like, why'd you marry me?
Exactly.
Then you look.
Well,
now
you
look dumb.
married me. Like, it was an impulse, and we were just dating for 2 months. That's a very good excuse. Doesn't apply here, but there are cases like that.
There are, but then that's a dumb decision. You were only dating for 2 months and you got married.
Some people believe that when you know, you know. Don't you believe in that too? When you know, you know. It doesn't matter if it takes you one day to realize that's the one. It doesn't matter if it takes you 2 years, a year, 4 years, 11 years.
Well, I think the people misinterpret what that means when they say,
what does it mean?
When you know, you know.
Okay.
When you know, what I think, and my interpretation of it, is that you know how you feel. You know what I mean? It's not like, I think people misunderstand it and think, oh, when you know, that means you know that's the one. That's your soulmate that you're going to be with forever. Like, no, you don't know that. You know that I'm confident in my feelings for this person. I know I love this person and I want to commit to that person. You only know
that's what
yourself.
It mean?
That's how I see it.
thought, you know what I thought it meant?
What?
When you know, you know. Meaning that when you know, okay, for example, that something is going to... You're enjoying this moment.
I'm listening. I didn't think...
You're thinking I'm gonna say something very stupid and you're gonna laugh at me.
I actually wasn't. I'm curious because
okay. I thought it meant like when you're dating someone and all of a sudden you feel like, oh my God, this is the person I want to marry. Mm-hmm. Like I want to marry it. I never had this feeling before, mm-hmm. and I know I want to marry this person. I want to be with this person forever and ever and ever. That's what I thought it meant. I feel when like, you know, you know.
But isn't that what...
Now you said when you know what you know when you're feeling. Like, I know I love you, so let's get married. That's not like that. You can love someone and not necessarily want to get married.
But isn't that like when you know that, yes, I'm ready.
What I mean is about the feeling. Like, I want to get married now. I'm ready to propose and I'm ready to get married.
I feel like we're kind of saying the same thing.
No, you're saying that I know I love you. and maybe in the future I will marry you. But it's not like a decision. It's not like you want to get married. I'm going to go get a ring and I'm going to propose tomorrow.
It's amazing what I feel like I said, and then when you're telling
What
me
did you say? You said only I
It's
love
like-
you and I love you.
it's like mine came out, let's say mine came out at a 10. When I went through your filter, it came back out as like a 4.
Oh,
You know?
I'm good like that.
Are you good like that? Are you though? So anyway, how you been, baby? How's your week been?
It's been good. It's been good. Sick. We ended at the week sick.
Oh yeah.
I feel like terrible right now. Like, honestly, my throat is hurting every time I speak. It hurts to swallow. So right now, I don't feel great.
Well, I have some good news for you. This is not going to be a full-length episode.
No way.
Well, the sad thing is, there's not a lot going on in the news right now.
There's
There's
a
not-
lot going on.
Well, yeah, okay. Let me phrase it.
There's
A lot going on in the news right now. The problem is that we all know, obviously, there's a war going on in Ukraine, but this isn't really a news podcast, so I don't feel like we should spend so much time talking about that.
But
yeah,
we definitely have to touch on the subject.
we can, but like you said, I don't want to go too deep on it because that's not what we do. Like, that's not what this is for. So, I mean, listen, if you're listening to this and you're coming to us for your information, you got a lot of problems, but, usually we try to keep this a little more fun.
Light.
Yeah. Obviously, it doesn't always work out that way.
Sometimes
but
we argue, and it's okay. You get to compare this to your life and say they have it so bad. Cheers to us, baby.
Hey, yeah, if you think we got it bad, I envy you. But yeah, so we're not going to do, I don't think we're going to do the full time. But also, I mean, even though you're sick, we're still going to go out after this.
Because we know it's not COVID.
That's true.
Good Lord.
We got the test.
It's not that we're
COVID.
completely irresponsible.
Well, I mean,
And I'll wear a mask. Even though it's not COVID, I don't want to get anybody sick.
that's true. That is going to be something I think changes forever now. People aren't going to be so hesitant to put on a mask.
Of course. And
At
I
least
think it's
for a
a
while.
good thing. You don't want any colds.
Consider
Even if it's just a regular cold. It sucks to
I
get
know.
sick.
Think about how people would have reacted 3 years ago. Like if you showed up at the supermarket with a mask on. What the hell is going on with this lady?
She's crazy.
Yeah.
She is toxic. What's happening?
Like she's got a screw loose. She's a little soft in the head, this lady.
However, I remember walking through New York City and seeing a bunch of Asian people wearing masks.
Yeah, in China, it was a lot more commonplace.
We would look at them like, oh, yeah, we understand them. And it was not a big deal.
I always thought it was because they were worried about smog, air pollution.
I thought they were too good for us. Like they didn't want to get
catch
anything
American
from
cooties?
Exactly. Honestly, that's what went through my head the first time I
No.
saw them in New York City.
Yeah, it's not
It's
that
like,
at
oh,
all.
I'm sorry.
Sebastian Maniscalco had a whole bit about knocking on the neighbor's door. A new neighbor moved in, and the guy answered the door with a surgical mask on.
Oh my God.
I saw him do it live. It was really funny. But in
I love
hindsight,
that guy.
In hindsight, now it's I guess nowadays I'd probably feel a little different about that. Speaking of comedians, I really haven't had a chance to mention how grateful I am of your Valentine's gift that you got for me. Which
I'm
is
so
2 weeks,
good.
right?
I'm so good.
2
I'm
weeks.
so good. I booked the hotel already.
You did?
Yeah, I did. You're welcome.
Ooh. We should probably tell them what it is. The lady got us tickets to go see John Mulaney up at Foxwoods, right? Is it Foxwoods? It's in,
Yeah.
the casino in Connecticut.
I was trying to get rooms in that casino. Everything sold out. I guess everybody got the same idea.
Maybe.
Sold out. There are 3 hotels really close by. They were all sold out.
Really?
Yes.
Is that a spring break weekend or something?
I don't know. It has to be something. He's that big?
Well, Mulaney's pretty big.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's the weekend and everybody is going, I guess.
I guess.
Because everything was sold out.
Yeah. But, I mean, look, we're still going, and I really like the gift. Thank you very much, baby.
You're welcome. I'm excited.
It's going to be fun.
I really like him.
It's a long drive, though. It's with 3 hours.
It's fun.
No, we're a road trip. We're road tripping.
Road trip.
Should we bring some beers for the road?
You crazy?
Some
my God.
some road sodas?
You irresponsible you.
No, we're not really going to do that. But you know.
Who's the DD?
What?
DD.
DD? Dunkin' Donuts.
No. Designated driver.
Designated driver?
That one.
What's in that coffee?
I don't like
Might have
that.
slipped a little Bailey's in there for you.
I know.
Yeah, but no, that's going to be fun when we do that.
It's when? Not
It's
this
like 2
weekend,
weeks.
the following
Yeah,
weekend.
2 weeks from now.
Awesome.
So you guys are hearing this on Tuesday. We are recording this Sunday, so it's only 2 days before. What do you say we get?
What is there to explore? I've never been to Connecticut.
Oh, well, the ninjas might have some feelings about what I'm about to say.
What?
But Connecticut, there's not a lot going on there. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Rude.
Sorry, Bobby.
There has to be historic places, beautiful places. It's an important place. No?
It's not really a lot going on there.
Isn't there this university?
Yale,
Yes.
UConn, all there.
We're going there.
Well, I'm not going there to do homework, babe.
No, we're gonna do sightseeing. I'll find things to do.
I mean, like New Haven's a cool city. I've never been to Bridgeport, so I can't say anything about that. But honestly, there's never been a lot going on in my experience in Connecticut.
Anyways, we're there. I've never been there. We're gonna do a little exploring.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay, chismecito time. Let's
Chismecito.
jump on it.
Not a lot of chismecito. Last week we talked about Kanye being a sucker and how much I can't stand him.
Does he have a new date now?
I don't know. I think
It's a new lady.
He might have some new
Very
chick who
cute.
looks like exactly like Kim. But
Why
he did
you say that?
I mean, like she really does look like Kim Kardashian.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's almost like it's like, bro, this is just sad now. He did release a new music video.
Love.
He released a new music video where there's like a claymation thing of him like burying Pete Davidson alive and then holding. It's
Oh
like
my
a
God!
claymation.
Like really?
It's so sad.
That is very depressing. What he's doing with his life. That's depressing.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like that's a real sucker move. Like really, you can't just move on. Clearly, like she doesn't want to be with you. People get divorced all the time and still manage to not make complete asses of themselves. And he just can't stop.
Baby, he's sick.
I agree.
We have.
Guy needs help.
Okay.
He needs a lot of help.
Let's go.
I don't want to waste any more time talking about Kanye because I don't like Kanye.
I know, but you to not like the guy. You talk to him. You talk about him a lot.
I know, but that's I mean, this is a slow news week. There's not a lot going on. And the war kind of sucked everything up. Okay, yeah, we have a full-on war going on. I'm pretty sure we talked about that.
It's very sad. And Tyler came to me the other day and he asked me, Mama, does this mean that it's going to be World War III? Tree.
Oh, you've been living in New Jersey a little too long now.
Oh, my God.
World War III.
And he was worried.
He's a worrier, that kid.
Mm-hmm.
He worried about aliens when I told him aliens
I think
were real.
he gets it from you.
From me?
You're always worrying. I have anxiety issues.
I
You
worry
should see a
about
therapist.
realistic things. Can't afford a therapist. I hate to break it to you.
I know. We try.
It's expensive.
Very, very expensive.
That's really, you know what? That's something that's interesting. Everybody's like, "Oh, you need to go
We need
take
to
care of your
take
mental
care-
health."
exactly.
Who can afford it? It's not covered by insurance.
It's not affordable. That I think is something that has to change. There's a lot of people that
Absolutely.
needs it, and they cannot unless you are diagnosed with something. It's not covered by your insurance.
Yeah, and a lot of motherfuckers are fucked up out there.
But how do you get diagnosed if you don't go see a therapist?
You gotta suck it up for the first few sessions.
But that's the thing. If you don't have the money to afford that, you never get diagnosed. You never get the therapy. You never get the help.
Pretty much.
That doesn't make any sense. Anybody working on that?
No, probably not.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I have the solution.
What's that?
We're moving.
Where?
Europe.
You want to go move in with the socialists? The question stands.
A ver.
See?
A ver.
Dead stop. Stopped right in her tracks.
A ver. Por favor, Señor, ilumínalo. Dame paciencia porque si me da fuerza lo mato.
I think she just casted some little brujeria on me.
Okay, I'm going to try that. We have talked about this, right?
Baby.
Right.
Baby, yeah, we talked
There are
about
places that we can go and they're not socialist or communist.
this. Where, Hungary?
No. Denmark? Now I'm talking, right?
You think it's cold here?
I understand, but maybe, I don't know, I don't know, I'm here.
I wouldn't mind going to Denmark.
Denmark is a pretty good place.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I like it. Okay. We'll leave it at that.
Thank you.
We were talking about mental health.
What was it that you said yesterday?
What did I
that
say?
I was like, oh my God, I need to record this.
I don't know. What did I say?
That you said I was right. What was it that we were talking
wait. That was this morning, wasn't it?
It was last night.
It was last night. I know. And now I can't remember what it was. You were criticizing me on something, I believe. And I was just like, I stopped. I was preparing my retort in my head. And I said, you know what? Not today, Satan. Not today. I said, baby, you're right. And I left it at that. And then you were like, wait, really? Really? You were so happy. And all of a sudden,
you didn't mean it.
And all of a sudden, you were like, wait, are you being serious? Are you being sarcastic? Baby, I can't read you right now. It messed with your head so much.
I know. Because I thought for 1 second, I thought he meant it. And I was so
I never
happy.
said I didn't mean it.
Did you mean it?
I said, baby, you're right. Because I didn't want to have an argument with you.
See, that's not the good reason. It's not wanting to have the argument. It's to be real what you mean. We say what we mean, remember?
Mm-hmm. But there's an old famous quote from my man Ben Franklin. It says, he who wishes to live at ease and at peace must not speak on all he sees.
That's Dr. Seuss, baby.
No, it's not. Just because it rhymes doesn't mean it's Dr. Seuss. There's other white men who wrote stuff besides Dr. Seuss.
I love Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, I know. Really brand loyal today, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Racist ass.
Ay, no empieces. No empieces, que me da el yello. Tú te das cuenta cuando tú me estás sacando a mí de los casillas, cuando yo le meto en español así, mira, rápido y corrido.
I'm too fast for me. I got nothing on that.
You know you're getting on my last nerve when you get my Spanish like that, on point.
It's because you're smarter in Spanish, she told me.
Yes, I am. I wish he knew how smart I am in Spanish.
I get it. It's harder to express yourself in your second language. It makes perfect sense. I think you do a pretty good job as it is. So, kudos to you.
Thank you very much.
If I had a hat, I would take it off to you. But anyway, where are we now? Like, what are we
talking
just jumped all
about
over
the
place.
war?
The war. I mean,
it's very sad. I mean, no, you have to address this. If not, you're a communist.
We don't have to address which part.
That this is wrong.
Of course it's
Putin
wrong.
es el hijo del Putin.
Nobody's saying.
Okay, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. And this is wrong. What they're doing is wrong. There's a lot of people getting killed. That it's just terrible. I think it's inhumane. I think it's crazy that this is happening in 2022.
Yeah, it's funny you're talking about it. If you don't criticize it, you're a communist. Because all the people that are singing Putin's praises right now in this country are all Trump supporters. Trump himself went out and was like, Putin's a genius. This is a smart move on his part.
Okay, I'm going to address that right now. Because I heard that in my job. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. This is bothering me. A nail is bothering me. This is the thing. When you take things out of context, doesn't make sense. Right? If we're going to go by that, of course, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to say Trump is a fucking idiot. Mm-hmm. How can you praise someone like this? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're getting it out of me. Okay. But if you read the entire article or you hear what he said, it makes a little more sense. He said exactly that. He's a genius because he knows what he's doing. He knows he's going to get Ukraine. And it's amazing what he's doing. He knows but what did he say? He would have never done that if I was in power. You know what I mean? Because I have the balls and I would have stopped him or I would have done this and that and blah, blah, blah. He said it to throw shade on Biden.
Of course, a lot of people.
But
do
it
that.
was not that he's saying like Putin is such a masterpiece and I'm with him or I support what he did.
Well, no.
You know what I mean?
There are actually people legitimately saying like, no, like we like Putin. We wish we had a leader just like him here.
I know there's people. Maybe there's communists everywhere.
But those are people on the right. Those are conservatives. They were doing interviews of people at CPAC, the conservative political.
This that you're saying is bullshit.
What do you, I watched it.
I don't believe that.
I watched it.
I don't believe that. When you
Okay.
go right, you go right. And he is left. Why would someone on the right support someone on the left?
Putin's not on the left.
What? No? Ay, ayúdame, Cristo, aguántame lo que lo mato. Eh?
Putin is an autocratic dictator. See, look, we're getting in deep.
Dictator. And he's not a communist?
Well,
He's-
it's not a communist
He's
country.
completely... Look him up. And you're going to see that he is a communist dictator. He is. Do you know this or you don't? You're playing with me? I'm confused right now. You see how he confuses me? I'm trying to read him and we should rehearse this because I'm not
No,
liking
that would
that
be interesting.
I don't like this that I'm up in the air like this, exposed.
No, I gotta
my
keep you
raw
guessing.
feelings like
I gotta
this.
keep you guessing, baby. I gotta keep you.
Tell me
keep
you
you
know
genuine.
this. You know this.
Know what?
Let me sip up my coffee.
Anyway, look, I don't want to spend more time.
You see, when you do this, it makes me think that you're a communist.
Really?
Yes. Why can't you just say it? I hate this Putin guy. This is completely wrong. He's a effing communist, and we need to get him out of the picture.
I don't understand. Did I say anything to support him?
But you're not. Isn't this when? A ver, tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
They say that if you don't condemn, what was it?
I don't know.
Racist. If you don't condemn them or you don't talk about it and you're not an
Anti-racist.
then you're a racist, right? So it's the same thing with communism. If you don't condemn them and if you're not completely anti, you're communist. This is simple.
But you're not answering what I'm asking you. I mean, when did I ever say anything friendly about Putin?
But you haven't said anything.
What do you mean?
That's what
this
you,
in
that's
the last
the,
10 minutes?
Yes, I need you to say something strong.
But I got you on the hook here. I'm watching you squirm a little bit. This is kind of fun. But no, to be clear, I don't like.
You see this? This is not good.
I don't get that out of you that often, so I don't want to waste it now that I have it. Clearly, Putin is a bad guy. He's a dictator. I think he's clearly losing his grasp on reality because this was a monumentally stupid move on his part. It's doing nothing. He's only hurting his own people and the people next door. It's a bad thing. He's a bad guy. He's been in power there for 20 plus years at this point. Like, he's a dictator. He's an authoritarian dictator. The whole country's an oligarchy now, as it's all run by him and his cronies, the other oligarchs. And
He's just simply saying that he's doing this
it's all
for
bullshit.
the safety and health and better things for his people and for the people in Ukraine that want this as much as he wants it. And that his plan is not to hurt innocent people.
But they're bombing
They're trying
buildings.
the best they could, but this happens in a war. Really? A mother effer. Not only that, you know who's my hero?
Who?
The president.
Oh, Zelensky. They're out there sucking his
He's
dick
such
right
an
now.
amazing person.
But you've heard
Being able to be there. He could get out. And he said, no, if I have to die, I die with my people. That's a good leader.
Listen, I agree with you. I think that he's doing a great job, especially as far as PR goes. Like, he's out there, he's winning the war in terms of creating hope and making himself look like this very heroic figure and being a good leader, not leaving his people. My thing is just separate from that.
Do you know he was a comedian?
Yes.
And an actor?
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Anyway, let me finish what I'm saying.
I'm so sorry.
Did you ever notice how sometimes, think about like when COVID was going on here, when everybody was like talking about Andrew Cuomo in New York, the governor, like, oh, he's doing such a great job, he should be the next president, and then like a year later,
I
he's
never
completely.
heard that, honestly.
Oh, I heard it, they were loving this guy,
I
but
did.
then now look at him, he's disgraced. He had to step down and all this sexual harassment charges. My point is, I don't like throwing my support behind anybody, Even like you, like I liked Bernie back then, but I'm not like all
You
Bernie
were
this,
all
Bernie
about
blah, blah,
Bernie.
blah, blah.
You were
To
all
you.
about Bernie.
Could you stop?
But it's the truth.
No. My point being, like, there's always something that comes out later about this person because nobody's perfect.
I'm not saying he's perfect.
I'm not saying no.
Tomorrow, something bad comes. I'm gonna still think that he did an amazing thing, standing by his people, not leaving the country, fighting with them on the streets, and doesn't matter whatever dirt might come up. He's still doing a good thing.
That's true. That's true.
I cannot take that away from him.
That's one of those things that's like separating the art from the artist type thing. Like you could say that, okay, he's doing all this good stuff right now. So whatever happened in the past, that might be bad, but you can't, doesn't change what he's doing right now is good. That's a lot of people have a hard time with that. But I'm not talking about this guy, but I'm talking in general, like the broader
I understand.
picture, you know. And
I know, and I think I found myself thinking like, oh, I don't like this person anymore because what he did 20 years ago. And you have said that, like, but can he change? Can you see that maybe today he's a different person? And I said to you, you're right. In the heat of the moment, I didn't think of that, but it is true. We all make mistakes. We are not perfect. And if we can just take a time to separate one thing to the other one and see things as humans, that we make mistakes, that this could happen to anybody, maybe we'll be a better person ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta let people have the chance to grow. If you get mad at somebody because they said the wrong thing, like they said something you're not supposed to say, whatever, and then like they're just done and you never get another chance again, what incentive does that person have to change? Because all you're doing now is saying, if you're not perfect, you're effed, you're out.
Absolutely.
And nobody can meet that standard, not even you. So you're only giving an incentive for people to hide more, to keep things closed off, to not be honest, to not be open and have real discussions, which is counterproductive to what people say they want.
That even applies to kids. I was listening to a professor saying that if you want your teenage kids to come to you and tell you things, you must not stop them when they're talking to you. For example, they're coming to you and they're saying, oh, I went out with my friend so-and-so and she was drinking and then she drive and they
You were drinking?
And the same, that's the normal reaction a parent has. Like, wait.
Yeah. Oh.
She was drinking and driving? That's it. The kid shuts down. And if he was going to say something even worse after that, you completely cancel everything he was going to say. Now he's never going to come back to you with anything because he's thinking, what do I have to say? What I cannot say this. I cannot, you know what I mean? Now, if he comes to you and he's telling you everything that happened that night and you're inside your head like, oh my God, they were drinking and driving. How can they be doing drugs?
Keep it together.
Oh my, exactly. Like smoking weed. Oh my God. Like, oh.
And he didn't save any for me.
And if you're able just to listen and let them talk.
Yeah.
And maybe the following morning come to him and said, listen, about what you told me last night, I was thinking about it. You know that you left me thinking. I don't think
you should smoke crack. I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't think it's a good idea to be drinking and driving. Next time, call me. Something like that. You are leaving on them a different experience, a different taste. You know,
you're keeping open lines of communication. You're letting them know that they can be honest with you and not have to fear you freaking out, even if your freak out might be justified. Even if you can freak out, just close yourself in the bathroom and freak out, and then address it the following day. So here's the hard part, because obviously if your kid tells you something like that, something wild, you don't want to react.
We were doing meth in a basement. Like, what?
What are you supposed to do? Go, oh, that's nice.
That's cool. I never tried that when I was your age.
Did you brush after? I hope so. But, there's got to be some kind of line. Obviously, you can't freak out, but some things have to be addressed.
That's what he was saying. Yeah. Like, yes, you have to address it and you have to, guide him in the right way and be the responsible parent, but not at that moment. Just let it sit. The following day, talk to him from a different perspective. Like, listen, I was thinking about this. Like, I kept thinking about what you mentioned, and I think I don't like that. Like, a different approach. Because if you do it right on that spot, they shut down. They close up.
You might be addressing it, but you're losing the bigger battle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
No,
you're losing them coming back to you.
Yeah. It's hard.
It is really hard.
That's why parenting is hard. But I mean...
That's why I try to read a lot. That's why I try to hear. And what I try to do is go for therapists. Since I cannot pay for a therapist, I try to do sessions that are like that, like in YouTube and things like that, that I know the professor, like it's not just me talking to a camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so I don't know. It's tough to have that self-control in the moment as a parent.
Yeah.
And this kind of goes in to what I wanted to talk about for the main topic today. But, it's being a parent, especially if you have more than one kid. It is a tough job. It's very tiring. It takes a lot of mental energy, not to mention physical energy, especially when they're young, like running around after these damn kids. But it's hard, especially when we have to work. Even if you're like a stay-at-home mom, that's one thing you could dedicate much more of your time and energy onto it. But if you work and then you got to come home and take care of the kids, it's a lot
of energy.
It is a lot, and it's hard to maintain that work-life balance, because if you're stressed, you have a bad day at work, and then you come home, it makes everything 10 times harder. And it's really easy to react, just based on emotion and not have that self-control and let the cooler heads prevail. Like if you come home after a long day of work and your kid's supposed to have their homework started already, and you get there and he hasn't even opened his book bag, it's easy to lose your shit.
Yeah.
Because now, I mean, like for instance here, like to help Ty with his homework, it's a process. It takes time. Now they're
sending a lot of homework. Before it was easier. It was not that
Well, he was
much.
younger. Now
now
I realize
it's
how
fifth
dumb
grade.
I am trying to do,
Now it's fifth
grade
grade.
math.
So now you have reading, homework, writing, math, like every night. Sometimes it's not easy math. Because the way they want things. Like if you give me the division, I get it done. It's easy. But it's the method that they want you to use. We were not trained on those methods.
I'm not,
So it's completely new to us. He doesn't bring the book home. So sometimes I find myself on YouTube with a professor teaching me so I can teach him. You know what I mean?
Well,
and it works. It works.
Like, look, I didn't pay attention that much in school, so now you expect me to help teach this kid? This is not a good situation. This is a bad arrangement.
The other day he told me, you know what? Yesterday was a hard time. I felt so stupid and helpless.
Oh, I found this on the ground before.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I need you to take
pacify.
care of the math homework with Ty, please.
Oh, I told you this.
I know.
Like, this is not smart having me teach math. I'll handle the reading and writing. I'm good at that. That's fine. But the math, this is a losing endeavor here. Having me teach it. This is the blind leading the blind.
But it was, but
I can't be depended on for this.
But he likes doing homework with you.
I get it, but I was having like a almost like an anxiety attack.
You were having a mental
I don't know how to do
breakdown.
this. And I was getting mad. I'm like, why do I have to do this? We have a calculator right the fuck here. Like, why do I have to do this math? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like,
I feel so stupid.
It's one thing if it's 1992, they're telling you, oh, you're not always going to have a calculator with you. That might be true then. It's 2022. Everybody has a calculator with them at all times. Why do we need to do this? But I get it. You don't want,
He walked into the room so frustrated. He said, I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid. I don't like this. I don't like this.
I know. I was having a meltdown.
Yep. Over
fifth grade math.
Very cute.
Yeah. Reading and writing, I said I got that. I'm a letters person. People are either numbers people or letters people. I'm a letter person.
Numbers. That's why we go.
Perfect matrimony.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's hard to do all that stuff for kids after having to take care of your own other responsibilities. Mm-hmm. So it feels like there's never a time for reprieve, for rest.
I know.
And now, like for instance, the baby's sick.
Time flies.
So we don't get to sleep very much.
The babies. Tyler is sick. The baby's sick.
Well, Ty's taking it like a champ. Like he has.
No, he's been doing.
Yeah, he's been doing really well.
Way better. But still, you hear him coughing, congested. Mm-hmm. You're worried. It sucks.
Yeah.
And the baby had fever too.
But how do you like? Do you have a method for how you keep, for lack of a better term, your shit together when it feels like all those responsibilities are just weighing on you every day? Because,
Method?
well, here's the thing. Because obviously we have to work, we have to support our lifestyle and our family. So we have responsibilities in that
Because you
aspect.
tricked me.
I don't know. I don't never.
He said he had money. That I never ever had to work. And it was a lie. It was a lie. It was
Well, that's certainly one side of the story. The other side of the story would have said, "I'm not a rich man. I can't support you." My side is a lot closer to the
sad.
truth.
He said, you can come live with me.
But you're gonna have to work.
You don't have to work. That was a lie.
All
You
those
don't
good
have
looks
to
aren't gonna help you once you get up here.
You don't have to work. You don't have to work.
No, but my point is that, especially listen, with our generation and with everything that's been going on for the last 2.5 years.
I think I like my mom's generation way better.
No, it's different. You could support an entire family on a single person's salary. Can't do it now.
I
Can't
like
do it
that
now.
generation better.
But my point is that our generation, I think we have
Let's go back to our generation.
yeah. We'll go back when? Like before women had the right to vote? Would it go that far back?
My mom is not that old.
I'm joking.
Great.
Anyway, as I was saying, us, we're technically we're millennials, we're older millennials, but we have seen what happens to like our parents' generations where they work all these years and a lot of them don't have anything to show for it. Like companies that went under around like 2008, around like the Great Recession, people lost their pensions, they lost their future, and we see how these big companies, where historically they were the ones, oh, you come work with us, we give you a 401k, you can retire, we give you the gold watch, and you have a nice life.
Things.
Nowadays,
Pensions that I don't hear.
All you get is, hey, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
It's like any job that when you're looking for a job and you go see their benefits, not one shows pension.
Oh, you get
Not
Stugats.
one.
Yeah.
That's like non-existent anymore.
But we see that happen now, and so I feel like a lot of people our age have a very different attitude towards what work really should entail. Like a different work. I don't want to say a different work ethic, because there's plenty of people our age that work very hard. They give a lot of their time and energy to their careers. But there's also a lot of people who understand like there's a hard limit to how much of myself and my life I'm going to give, because I'm not going to get much in return from this corporation.
Absolutely.
So my question is,
I feel like it's getting harder and harder for recruitment. To recruit people,
yeah.
It's getting harder and harder. There's a lot of competition out there, and it's really hard to get good people to do the job.
Well, companies realize that now they can't just skate by with the bare minimum. Because, I mean, people have seen, like, look.
Now they have more choices, I feel.
Especially when it comes to after the pandemic. Everybody got sent. So many people got to work from home, and they're like, oh, wait, I'm doing the same amount, and I'm not even getting out of my pajamas in the morning.
I'm avoiding the commute. I'm home. The moment I turn it on, I'm already working. The moment I turn it off, I'm already home.
I don't feel like I'm in a prison where my
if
boss, aka
break,
prison guards, are walking around hovering
break?
over me.
I don't have to go
Yeah.
buy food. I just go downstairs, prepare a sandwich, I'm home. I get more quality time working from home. You know what I mean?
I had this conversation with some young guys I work with, and I was saying, like, listen, we all got to work. We're all here for the same reason. We need that paycheck every week. Otherwise, nobody would show up, because we're not doing this for the fun. But the key is, when you come to a job, you're not just, you're buying my labor. No. They're buying a piece of your life. They're buying your time that you will never, ever get back. Like every hour you're at work, you're selling that hour to that company.
Yep.
That is your time, and it's a finite number. There's a limit. You're only going to have so much. So the key is, if you're going to be selling those pieces of your life, how much extra do you want to give?
Piece of your soul.
It is. And sometimes jobs have a way of sucking your soul out, it feels like, where it's just so draining. It's like, oh my God. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep,
It's
absolutely.
just, it kills your motivation because I don't want to be here already, and I know I need to because I don't want to be on the street. So I
Of
have
course. I have a family.
yeah. I mean, I definitely feel that some days, like where I'm like, the last thing I want to do is get out of bed and go to work today.
I get it.
But some people, have realized they have a bit of leverage. So workers, so to speak, especially people who work in offices, where it's like, no, I don't have to do this. Like your argument, I expect you to be back in the office on Monday. It's like, well, why? I could do the exact same thing from home.
Well,
I can't do that, obviously, with my job.
In my line of job, there's a lot of competition out there because there's a lot of my job. I can do it 100% remotely. There's a lot of companies that are hiring 100% remotely. So it has to be a good balance for me to say, okay, it's worth it to stay here, or I can move on to the next. Actually, the pay range as well. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of competition in the market. I like to give 100% of me when I'm working. I'm dedicated. I work hard and I give you my 100%. I like things really, I'm committed to what I'm doing. So I want everything to be in line. I do everything by the book. I enjoy and I take pride in my job and what I provide and what I bring to the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I feel like I'm not being appreciated, I'm going to start looking somewhere else.
Yeah.
I need the job, but I need to feel good too. I'm not compromising my mental health
Not
for the same amount of money that I can go and get somewhere that they're going to appreciate me.
Not everybody has the wherewithal to do that, though. Some people maybe don't have other options, other places they could go.
It is true.
And they just have no choice but to suck it up and be miserable. And then that bleeds into the rest of your life. And then you go home and you're miserable, you're stressed, you don't want to do anything.
And then you get bitter.
Yeah.
And I've seen it in a lot of people. They end up being old women, bitter, sad.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to.
I've seen people let their job ruin their life.
And take control over everything.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's worth it.
Absolutely not.
I work because I need to live, but I don't live to work.
Yeah. Some people become their job.
I cannot do that. I have my family. I have my life. No, I give 100% when I'm there. From 8, no, it's not 8. From 7:30 to 4, I give my 100%.
I see.
I don't like to take my job home, and sometimes I find myself taking it with me, and I don't like that. I need to work on that. I need to leave it at 4, and that's it. Disconnect to be able to reconnect with my family.
I see that a lot in my business, in like construction, where there's a lot of people who are, especially when it comes to union stuff, because obviously the union is an important thing. So when you become a member of a union, you should care about the goings on of how everything works. Okay. But there's people that their life becomes, like if you're an electrician, like I'm an electrician, I'm a union electrician, I'm proud of that. Great, you should be proud of that. But is that all you have? Because there's some guys, they go to work all day, and then they go home and, I got a side job tonight. It's like, you had a side job last night. Yeah, I got a lot of side work. Okay, it's good. You're making money. But you just spent your whole day doing nothing but electrical work. It's like, what are you going to do when you're old and you have, your body can't keep up like that? Like you say, you have a family. Like you just spent all that time away from your family. Now your kids just grew up without you.
They're strangers.
Like, great, they had a nice house to live in, but they didn't have a dad, basically.
But they're strangers to you. Yeah. You don't really know them.
I've seen that happen to guys.
I've seen it a lot of times.
Yeah, it's sad.
I'm lucky because I'm in a place that my boss is very understanding. She is very flexible. She knows I have 2 kids. I just have to tell her, listen, I have an appointment, or listen, my kid is sick. She is the sweetest. She's really understanding. It hasn't been one time that she has to tell me, you cannot do that, or I'm sorry, you're doing it too much, or you have to be back in 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I appreciate. Those are things that I take in consideration in order to stay in a job. It's balance. the good and the bad. So those things to me have value.
Yeah. So you're lucky. I can't do my job from home.
I know.
That would be great.
And another good thing
Can't do it
about
till the
my
robots
job,
get here.
a good thing about my job is that it's hybrid. I can work in the office. I have to be in the office 3 days a week, and 2 I can work from home. That is amazing because it's a give and take. I like to go into the office because there's things that I do better there. Like there's a lot of reports that I have to print, a lot of reports that I have to update, file, save, that I like to be in the office. It's easier for me, it's faster, and I think I'm more proactive that way. But I do enjoy the days that I'm going to be able to work from home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that that's what sold me the job, having that flexibility. And then I stayed because the people I work with, they're humans. I feel like they are humans. They don't see me just as a number. They know I'm a mother too. They know I have family. You know what I mean? That has value to me.
It helps you not working with a bunch of greasy like Wall Street types with the
that
little
changed,
slick back Gordon Gekko haircut.
Yeah, it's a different environment, definitely, and I think it's more human. Yeah, definitely.
That's good.
I don't feel like a number.
I work with a bunch of wild animals.
Not numbers, wild animals.
Yeah. No, we're numbers, very much just numbers, but we're also just savage wild animals.
I like it.
Yeah.
What is the song? TikTok song? I'm a savage.
Oh, I don't know. I don't have TikTok. I'm too old for TikTok.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. We need to open a TikTok account.
You're running it. I already run the Instagram.
Okay, let's do it. I'm going to do the dances. You have to do the dances.
Are you really going to
me.
open a TikTok for the podcast?
My cousin has a very successful TikTok account. I can take pointers from her. Yeah, I can dance in bikini like her.
Nah, we're good.
Yeah. I can totally dance in bikini like her. I'm sure I'm gonna get followers. I hope so. You imagine I don't get anything. Oh, that is so sad.
No, I'm not signing on.
You
to
cannot dance in bikini. I get to dance.
I wonder if we would get more followers if I danced in a bikini.
A thong, baby. Thong.
No.
Oh my God, this is gonna be exciting, guys. I'm gonna keep you
You don't want to see my hairy ass
guys posted on
crip
this.
walking in a thong. Oh, no.
That's gonna be sexy, right?
No. All right. What do you say we close this up?
What's Dame la Luz? Dame la Luz.
I don't actually have one today.
I do, and
What
you guys
is it?
are gonna love this. Okay, Dame la Luz. Mi Dame la Luz les voy a iluminar la vida. Netflix show. I don't know if you guys are into Spanish shows, but this one is really good. It's called Mentiras.
Oh.
It's in
She's
Spain.
been binging it for like 2 days.
I finished it completely last night. It was one day, actually. One day. I really liked it. It's not that long. It's short.
Tell them what mentiras means in English.
Lies. Means lies. It takes place in Palma de Mallorca, Spain. Beautiful place. I want to go there. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's good. It's interesting. It gets you, like, you're there, like, is she crazy or is she saying the truth? Is he good or is he bad? You don't know. You start questioning back and forth.
The main story is you don't know who's telling the truth.
Exactly. So it's a good show. I'm sure you guys are going to like it. Give it a try. Give it a go.
I guess I'll just pick for Dame la Luz, the Batman, the new movie. We haven't seen it yet. We're going to see it right after this.
How can you recommend that?
I'm not, because I
He's
got nothing else.
He's recommending something he hasn't watched.
Yeah, I know. Well, we recommended stuff. We recommended Little Spain before we went there, which, by the way, was really good.
Magically delicious.
Yeah. In Hudson Yards.
You're going to take me back again?
Sure, I'll take you back.
Please.
Yeah, no problem.
Soon.
The food was really good.
It was delicious. Now I'm craving everything again.
Yeah.
You know what I didn't order?
What?
The tortilla española.
That's true, you did not.
I'm going to do that next time.
So maybe that. We'll do Dame la Luz for Little Spain again. Little Spain in Hudson Yards in New York City. If you go, they have like a restaurant side called Spanish Diner. We made reservations, and it wasn't even that packed, but the food was good. The food came out real fast. They had sangria. I had some Spanish beer. I had Galicia Estrella
What
beer.
they're trying
It was
to
okay.
do is recreate like El Mercado de San Miguel, mercados in Spain, right? So it's the same look. You have
Like a
like
traditional
a
Spanish
little
market.
kiosk here with bocatas, sandwich. They have churros in another corner. They have drinks in another place. They have burgers in another one. So they have a bunch of
Yeah.
little things,
They had
stops
like
that you
3
can
different
make.
bars.
It's really nice. The place is really pretty, and the food is amazing.
And it's probably really cool when the weather's nice because they have the big, like, almost like garage doors that open up. And
They have,
it's
sitting
like
outside.
sitting right outside.
Really
It's
pretty.
literally, the High Line goes right above it. Like it's like right over you.
Sangria, the sangria is delicious.
Mm.
Red sangria is what I had. I loved it. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, it was a nice place.
Everybody very nice.
And it's right underneath like the mall that they built.
La
at Hudson
torta
Yards.
torta de queso. Deliciosa. It's not cheesecake because it's not the same as a cheesecake. Similar, but it's not the same. And it's magically delicious. I loved it.
I would have went for the flan.
But
But I wanted to try
I
something that.
But I don't like the bottom of the cheesecake.
Oh, you know,
So
it's
that's
just
why
my
I love
favorite
the.
part.
I know that's why I love the torta. Torta de queso better than the cheesecake.
Well, you
don't
were
like
in luck that day, weren't you?
Okay, I guess that's my cue.
I guess Damela Lewis. I got nothing else because we didn't see Batman yet, even though we're going right after this. And I already said Raised by Wolves last week, and she's trying. This
You're
is what
so
she's trying to
gloomy.
pick my
You're
nose.
so gloomy today and so dark. Why?
I didn't think I was actually. I thought I was doing all
he's
right.
like down, right?
But she says it
Isn't
every
it-
day.
He's like that every day.
You see,
Oh, I'm gonna
gaslighting
share
what she's doing to
something.
me.
I'm gonna share something really quick. When we were gonna start recording, he said pineapple. That's our safe word, meaning that we don't have much time. That I need to hurry up, and I went bananas. He said, "Really? Really? That's so rude." He said, "I don't know why we have a safe word if it doesn't work." Then I went crazy. Right? Tell them why.
Because she had a bunch of stuff that she was doing.
And
And
you didn't understand that, and you were here making me hurry up. You were not being considerate.
oh,
Tell them so they can judge you.
is that the way you feel? I was trying to say pineapple. I've said pineapples because I don't want to. Like, babe, come on, let's go. So
Okay.
pineapples is like a
He
nice
said
way of saying like
pineapple
we're
after he
we're
said-
against the clock
After he called me 1,000 times, he said pineapple.
1,000 times.
Yeah.
I came up here to make the bed, so I wasn't even going to do that. You said no, you can't have that in
The
the
mattress,
shot.
just the bare mattress.
Yeah,
That's
people
not
understand.
the look.
People understand. They were like, oh, okay, well, I guess obviously they wash their sheets, not like savages.
Okay.
People get it.
Well, that's it. I just wanted to share that moment with you guys.
Couldn't leave without taking a shot at me, huh?
No, say I'm sorry, baby.
No, I won't.
He will never say that. He'd rather die than say that.
That's not true. I have said sorry. But I won't say
Once
now.
in your life. You said it once.
You know what the problem is? Now you want me to
Once.
say it as like you want me to be like all contrite and be like, I'm sorry, baby. And,
Thank you. I accept it. Apology accepted.
all right, that was easy. Anyway. I love you, baby.
I love you,
Get your
baby.
shoes off the bed, goddammit.
You see how he talks to me?
Get your GD shoes off the bed.
I'm so happy.
Cheese and rice, woman.
Okay, bye.
I love you, though.
I love you, baby.
I will see you guys next week.
That's
Bye-bye.
all, folks.